AA Bullets YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Johnny Blamer is now out for 3 races because of John Hex, who will be suspended for 9 races because of what he did. Kurt Busch will start at pole position for the second race, where Bobby Cabani qualifies, recovering from his failure to qualify for the Florida 500. Tony Gassworth would lead 30 laps before lap 200, but then Chuck Hex is 19th as of lap 214, where he wrecks Krusty Roeder, Billy Oil Changer, Sage Vanderspin, Greg Beeple, and Tony Gassworth. Why? Greg Beeple, despite being out, would lead the most laps, leading 150 laps. Jeff Corvette had a 10-second lead on lap 310. How? But Matt Kenseth would catch up to him on lap 320 and lead the final 80 laps to win the second race of 2006. How did he lead 80 laps in a row? But Lightning McQueen finished second in this race. Kyle Busch would finish third, Casey Corner fourth, and Jeff Corvette would round out the top 5. Casey Corner would start at pole position for the third race, where Mark Carton would lead from laps 1 to 11, the first 11 laps. But then his teammate Greg Beeple would take the lead from him, leading for 40 laps before Brian Vickers would be out because of an engine failure. Chuck Hex would wreck too many cars, and Tony Gassworth would ask Denny Carlin to help against the mean green car. And then Denny Carlin would take the lead, but he'd lose on lap 91 to Tony Gassworth, who leads until lap 147. How? But Denny Carlin would be the car taking lead from him, leading until lap 158. But then Mike Yankee Jr. would go airborne on lap 159 because of X, you mean green car. But then Tony Gassworth says this, and Tony Gassworth would be fourth as of lap 165, where he wrecks the mean green car. Hooray! And he misses the next race. Tony Gassworth would lead the most laps, leading 110 laps this race. But Casey Corner would lead from lap 331 to lap 350, which makes him the winner of the third race of 2006. In his 75th start, Casey Corner finally wins. And the car that comes second is Matt Kenseth. Third place goes to Tony Gassworth, fourth place to Denny Carlin, and Brick Yardley will round out the top 5. Casey Corner will start at pole position for the fourth race of 2006. Bobby Cabani and Johnny Blamer both out because of engine failures. Those are the only cautions. Greg Beeple would lead a lot of laps, leading for 130 laps, but Casey Corner would lead for one more lap, making him the car that led the most laps. And he wins a second race in a row, the fourth race of 2006. Mark Carton will finish second in this race, Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Lightning McQueen fourth, and Tony Gassworth in fifth. Rookie Cal Weathers will start at pole position for the fifth race of 2006, but then Mean Green Car is back, which means he wrecks too many cars. Why? Mark Burnsley would be the car that leads the most laps, leading for 86 of them, but then X is on the verge of winning the race. Oh no! But Cal Weathers would bump draft another racer, and that racer is Darren Ledfoot, and he passed the mean green car to win the fifth race of 2006. The first race he qualified for. Cal Weathers would finish second, of course, but Matt Kenseth would finish third, Mike McQueen fourth, and Mean Green Car would finish fifth. At least he doesn't win. Cal Weathers says this to an RSN reporter. Chuck Armstrong would start at pole position for the sixth race of 2006. But the Mean Green Car was caught bullying a fan, which means he'll be suspended for 10 races because of what he did. And Kajima Mikino gets to qualify because Mean Green Car got suspended. Denny Carlin would lead for 18 laps before lap 40 when he crashes. And Scott Windows once again crashes after taking the lead. Joe Brakecheck would be out on lap 71 because of Kyle Traxon. Why? Tony Gassworth would be 15th as of lap 169, where he wrecks Kyle Cozsen! Hooray! Ralph Carlow would take the lead after the restart, but on lap 179. Kurt Busch would be second, and then he wrecks Ralph Carlow! Why? Tony Gassworth would be the winner of the 6th race of 2006. Lightning McQueen would finish second. Matt Cozsen would finish third. Paul Angus getting his first top 5 of the season, and Britt Yardley once again finishing 5th. Lightning McQueen will start at pole position for the 7th race of 2006. Dave Laney would be out on the 2nd lap because of engine failure. And then Todd Marcus would go airborne on lap 48 because of Kurt Busch. Why? Slider Petrolski would be out because he slipped on oil. Ralph Carlow would go into the catch fence, and now he's out through the season because of Nick Charger, who hit the inside wall and will be suspended for the rest of the season because of what he did. Reed Pitstop Jr. will be replacing Ralph Carlow for the rest of the season. Kyle Busch would somehow dodge the entire wreck, and Jeff Burton would jump over Kyle Busch. How? Lightning McQueen would lead the most laps, leading for 341 laps. Kurt Busch would be third as of the last lap, where he tries to wreck Floyd Mulvihill, but it makes him win instead, getting him his very first win. Lightning McQueen would finish second, only losing by 10 inches. Cal Weathers would finish third, Kurt Busch fourth, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. would finish fifth. Kyle Busch will start at pole position for the 8th race of 2006, but Johnny Blamer accidentally causes a crash, and Ryan Newcar would lead for 5 laps before he'd go airborne as usual on lap 348. Eugene Kobreski was the car that made Ryan Newcar go airborne, and then on lap 349 he'd take the lead, but he'd be out on that lap because of Kevin Shiftwright, who was actually just helping his teammate. But Craig Shiftwright is very happy because Kevin wrecked another car. Another Kevin Carvick, would win the 8th race of 2006. Tony Gassworth would finish second. Matt Carza third. Carl Edwards fourth. And Clint Bocart getting his very first top 5, finishing 5th this race. Unfortunately for the Shiftwrights, none of them could finish in the top 5. And yes, Kenny qualified. And the 9th race of 2006, Greg Beeple will start at pole position, but unfortunately, Ken Schrader and Michael Karcher both have their very first DNQ. Tony Gassworth would lead for 100 laps in a row? How does any car lead for 100 laps in a row? But then Cal Weathers would take the lead from him, leading until lap 148. Eugene Kobreski would wreck all of these cars in the race. And since one of them was Mr. Motocross, Claude Scruggs says this: Elliott Draftler would be out on lap 236 because of Tony Gassworth. Why? And he says this to an RSN reporter: why? Lightning McQueen would lead lap 395, but then Eugene Kobreski would wreck Mark Burnsley and himself on that lap. I don't get it. And Todd Marcus would somehow end up the winner of the 9th race of 2006. Lightning McQueen would only lose by 8 inches! Mike Yankee Jr. would finish 3rd, Cal Weathers 4th, and Kevin Carvick 5th. And here's the finish. A photo finish! Sage Vanderspin would start at pole position for the 10th race of 2006. Eugene Kobreski causes another crash, but Kevin Shiftwright would have a 10-second lead from lap 275 to lap 285. Rick Hicks would catch up to him and lead for 10 laps himself, but then Casey Corner would lead the most laps in this race, leading for 92 of them. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. would win the 10th race of 2006 with Greg People finishing second, Lightning McQueen third, Kyle Busch-Tire fourth, and Cal Weathers in fifth. Tony Gassler would start at pole position for the 11th race of 2006, where he leads the most laps, leading for 245 of them. Matt Cozsen would lead the second most laps, leading for 102. But that won't deter Kurt Busch-Tire, who takes the checkered flag, winning the 11th race of 2006. Kevin Harvick will finish second in this race, Matt Cozsen third, Rick Yardley fourth, and Cal Weathers rounding out the top five. Mike Yankee Jr. will start at pole position for the 12th race of 2006. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would somehow lead the first lap, but then Scott Rims will lead from lap 1.5 to 35. Eugene Komareski would once again wreck multiple cars. Casey Corner would lead for 157 laps, but Lightning McQueen will still win the 12th race despite the fact that Casey Corner gave him a lot of competition. About him, he finishes second in this race, Carl Edwards finishes third, Cal Weathers fourth, and Matt Cozsen rounding out the top five. And here is the top 20 in points after the first third of the 2006 season.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
The videos that cover the other 2/3 of the 2006 Piston Cup season will be coming out soon enough.